Welcome to another episode of Show and Tell. Today we'll be talking about the amazing lighting collection that we offer at Studio A Home, a Global Views company. I'm David Gebhart, the CEO and one of the owners of Global Views and Studio A. Studio A has managed to grow a really impressive assortment of lighting over many, many years, and we're very proud of the assortment that we have formulated to this point. The new lighting that we're going to be introducing for spring-summer of 2020 is more or less an extension of a lot of the existing lighting that Studio A Home has become known for. So it will be really exciting for you to be able to see these new iterations of some really classic Studio A Home lighting pieces. After many years of success with the PIMLICO lamp in brass, we made a very smart decision to go ahead and introduce the PIMLICO lamp in nickel. And for those of you that may not know the whole story behind the PIMLICO lamp and the PIMLICO mirror, the actual panels that were used to create all of this beautiful design and texture were handles to an old bank building that we bought in an antique shop in London. And so these panels are all cast in lost wax casting, in solid brass lost wax casting, and then they're nickel plated. And to be able to offer this lamp in nickel plated finish, we had to come up with a technique to use to make it possible for it to go into the nickel plating tank. And to do that, we had to make the actual panels that have the decoration to them detachable, so this could be plated separately from the rest of the lamp. And so these have been plated, and then they simply hang and attach back onto the lamp in a very secure and beautiful fashion. It's uninterrupted from the side. You don't really see the connection point. It's all just very beautifully done. This lamp has very rectilinear kind of design motifs to it. The base is rectangular. The pipe that forms the neck that runs through the central column of the lamp is a rectangular piece of metal, and the finial on top is also a rectangular piece of metal. In a nickel-plated finish, I think we'll do very well with this lamp because it's just that kind of look that Studio A and Global Views are both known for. This is the seated glass lamp with antique nickel fittings at the top and the bottom and an antique nickel pipe running through the seated glass body of the lamp. This is made in India, and they do a really good job of doing seated and crackled glass, and so it was a natural to have this kind of thing made in India. The shade here is a linen-like fabric. It's actually lined on the inside and the outside with the fabric. It has an on-off switch on the cord, which makes it convenient and easy to use. It's a cylindrical, tapered, cylindrical shaped body to the seated glass lamp. So, introducing to you the Empire collection of lamps that are part of the Studio A Home lighting collection. This idea was taken and really expanded upon into many, many different items. We're showing you the elegant table lamp and the really oversized large floor lamp, which is over 70 inches tall. This is a combination of a brushed nickel finish with a graphite finish on the supports and on the rod. We also have these lamps in a brushed brass finish, accentuated with a really beautiful bronze as well. So it's many lamps. Let me describe the whole collection to you. There's a wall sconce. It's a really elegant rectangular shaped hardwired wall sconce that is available in both the graphite and brushed nickel and the bronze and brushed brass finishes, as well as the chandelier / pendant that we have in this same Empire collection. And again, they're all in both of the metal tones. This lamp is elevated on those little small metal feet, which allows the cord to pass out any direction, and there is a line switch on the cord for an on-off. I always find that with these hard metal shades, a clear bulb does a really great job with reflecting light through the whole upper part of the lamp and down onto the base of the lamp. So I would suggest and encourage that if you were to purchase this collection of lighting, or any collection of lighting that we sell that has a metal shade to it, that you put a clear bulb as opposed to a frosted bulb in the lamp. The floor lamp is also elevated on those same type of little metal feet, and then we have a foot switch over here to turn it off and on. There are diffusers on these, so when you look up because this lamp is so high, you really need a diffuser in it. So when you look up from the bottom of it up, you don't get the glare of the bulb right in your eyes. This perforated metal diffuser does a lot to spread the light out so it doesn't really cause too much glare on your eyes if you're sitting in a chair, for example, beside this really beautiful, elegant floor lamp. Another collection of lighting that you can see in these photos is called the SATURN collection. And there's two actual pieces in the collection, and it's done in 4 finishes. There is the flush mount pendant, and then the hanging pendant. The hanging pendant is 7 layers of metal in a SATURN shape. The flush mount is 3 levels of metal in a half SATURN shape. They both have frosted acrylic diffusers to keep you from looking up at the naked bulbs from beneath them. The SATURN pendant and the SATURN flush mount lamp are both available in brushed brass and brushed nickel finishes. This is the Studio A Home FETE lamp, F-E-T-E, which means party. It comes in both this beautiful solid brass with nickel plated finish, as well as a solid brass with a polished brass finish on it. It's really an interesting little lamp. It was created from a flourish of a brooch. It was a brooch design that was converted from a piece of women's jewelry that would go on the lapel of a jacket to this 3-dimensional lamp that you see before us here. Very asymmetrical, very interesting in all the details. It's a combination of some really beautiful cast brass with some hollow pipe of brass. And there's little balls and little flourishes and little details all over this little lamp, and it's just really an elegant lamp. The design of the shade is such, I'm going to tip it so you can actually see, it is a totally asymmetrical shade construction. Because the base is so incredibly asymmetrical, we had to throw the shade off to one side to get it centered over the base. In doing so, we had to create a different shaped spider, that support system that you see in the top of the shade that rests on the very top of the lamp and then is held in place with the finial. The finial also was very well thought through in that it is an obvious ode to some of the spirals and swirls and things that you see on the body of the lamp, and it comes with this really amazing little adjusting screw. So you put it in place, you tighten this down with a little Allen head wrench, and then suddenly the finial is going the direction you want it to go. It's definitely a directional finial. As you can see, it could also go, I'm going to loosen it and show you, it could also go this way and look very good with the lamp too. But I've got it positioned now where it tightens down in this position. A nice oval shade made of hardback material with a poly cotton on the surface of the fabric. The seam in this situation on the shade is on the end over here, so it doesn't really come into play in terms of how you could place the lamp in a room. The great thing about the lamp is it could go either direction, because part of the design are those elevated feet that allow the cord to pass through any direction. So it looks equally good as a right-hand lamp or equally good as a left-hand lamp. And so it's really made to be very versatile in the environments that you would place it in. Thank you again for joining us today to review the new Studio A Home 2020 Spring and Summer Lighting Collection. We hope you enjoyed what you saw. Please feel free to go onto our website or to contact your sales team professional for more information on anything you've seen today. Thank you.